Welcome back to Pregame.tv. This one's the one everybody likes, live long shots. Who doesn't like a big long shot, Dave? Looking at this field, is there any horses that you can make a case for that could possibly just light up the tote board? Big price.
Most definitely. I think, again, we've seen over the years with Mind That Bird and even Giacomo, both at 50 to 1. And yeah, I'll have another 15 to 1. Animal Kingdom was 20 to 1.
Yeah, I like that one.
I know you do. Yes, so it's been more common for a long shot to win than a favorite, even though we've had 3 favorites in the last decade. But yeah, I think you can always make a case for a long shot. Again, it's whether or not you feel you're getting the value, and of course then they have to end up running to do it. Two that I really liked leading up to the last few weeks, Super 99 and Governor Charlie, both Baffert horses, but they're not in the race. So you can only bet the ones that are in front of you. So, but the one I'm kind of intrigued by is a Black Onyx, and I alluded to Animal Kingdom. But 2 years ago, Animal Kingdom was seen as maybe its best surface was turf, and we've seen that he can do both.
Right.
And it came out of the spiral, so a lot of people didn't put too much stock in that. Well, Black Onyx is almost the same exact horse in my eyes, and so I'm really intrigued by him at a possible big price. Seeing 50 to 1 on the morning line, and now, he draws the #1 spot, which we haven't talked about in the other videos. Everyone tries to avoid the 1 hole because you got to come in almost off to even get to the
coming
rail.
down on you to push you down.
And so it's not the best situation, obviously, but I mean, I think at 50 to 1, I think it's worth a flyer.
Well, this is a horse that definitely at a price, and I look at, and again, I've made a lot of things about number of starts and how you lead up into the race, and this is one of those ones that I think's the perfect scenario. He had those 2 starts as a 2-year-old. Get a little bit of experience. He had a first and a second, so he got his feet wet, learned a little bit about racing, made some money, and then he's had 3 starts as a 3-year-old. And I like the spacing on these. He had 1 in January, 1 in February, 1 in March, and now he's coming in here with a nice layoff, nice rest. Training. Had some nice works. Went on the 27th, 4 furlongs in 48 and 3. Sharp workout. Again, like you said, my only concern with this one is how's he going to handle getting pinched down, because this horse hasn't shown that he can really get a lot of speed out of the gate, because a lot of times if you get the rail, the only way to combat that is you got to send the horse out of there to try to get out of the gate and not have the whole cavalry charge come down on you. So he might be one that's going to have to take up at the beginning, and we don't know how he's going to, handle that. But at a price, I can't disagree with you. A couple other horses that I just want to mention and just touch upon real quick. Number 6, My Loot. This is a horse that's coming in. It's got 9 lifetime starts, so we're getting close to that number where I don't like them. Only's had 2 starts at 3. That's why I'm kind of looking elsewhere, but, Rosie's up on this one. Horse made a huge close in the Louisiana Derby, was sitting, 11th for most of the race, and ended up coming up to finish second, just got beat next. So this is a horse, if it's fast times, possibly could be there for the close. Another one I just want to mention, horse number 10, Palace Malice. They're making an equipment change on this horse, adding blinkers, and generally when you put the blinkers on a horse, this is to get the horse fired up, get him placed forward at the start of the race. So look for Palace Malice to be a little closer to the pace in this race, and if it's a slow pace, maybe he hangs around a little bit, but I think there's better. Who's your best long shot in here?
Well, if we go back to It's My Lucky Day, if you call 15 to 1 a long shot.
Most people do.
Most people do. I don't necessarily fall in that camp. But, I mean, yeah, he's my top long shot. And then I also like I said, Black Onyx. It just, again, wouldn't put him as my top choice because of all those questions. But again, the price really intrigues me, and again,
you'll have him on the
similarity to Animal Kingdom. I wouldn't fault anyone for betting Falling Sky at 50 to 1. Because again, you don't know what's going to happen on the lead. Now we've talked before about how usually the Derby is one wire to wire, but it doesn't mean it can't be. And if you can get out there, if Golden Sense doesn't break, and can go out there. Now the problem with Falling Sky is he has backed up last 2 times on the lead, so he has serious questions about getting the distance. But hey, it's Derby Day.
It's Derby. All right.
For a price.
My 2 long shots that I'm looking at that intrigue me: Revolutionary and Normandy Invasion. I think both of those horses are going to be flying late in the race. I think that Normandy Invasion is going to have a little bit of a jump on Revolutionary, and Revolutionary may have some traffic problems in the race, and that's why if you ask me to put them between the 2 right now, I give Normandy Invasion a little bit of the nod. But we're going to be back with one more video. We're going to wrap everything up and kind of put the betting strategy together and how we're looking at the race, and that's up next when we give you our Kentucky Derby best bet look. That's up next on Pregame.tv.